YouTube says that we are live. But as per usual, I'd like to know from you guys that are in the chat. I feel like at least Bad Riders will be in there. YouTube tells me there's 2 people watching. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm live, that I can be seen, and that I can be heard. And I'll just wait here awkwardly until someone confirms for me. Excellent. Bad Riders. My friend Adam, it is good to see you in the chat as always. And he says, what a tune. Carrying on from an inside joke that you would only know if you were on the members chat for Snowboard Pro Camp just the other day, for earlier this week, as I try to sort out the screens that are in the background here. Yeah, Adam, you're here by yourself, and I'm actually sort of trialing a different audio setup. I'm using my earbuds, so I'm not sure if YouTube is going to be trying to pick up the sound from the earbuds or from the phone. So maybe I can test that, but just want to thank, Adam, you for being here early in the chat. You say that you'll be busy in the garage, but you're here. So what are you doing in the garage? I'd like to know. Clayton Dawson dropped in to drop me a like, and I appreciate you for doing that, my friend. Take me to the April Power in Whistler. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that a song? I don't know the song. Bad Rider says, I guess that means I get to pick the topics for our podcast. I guess, man. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. We've got, 2 likes, 1 people watching. And Adam says, usually Bluetooth gets priority in the connections. So it will be the live feed from the earbuds. Ski Man Ski Lifts is in the chat. And I believe he's watching from somewhere in California, where it's going to be pretty late at night. So I did a bit of mucking around before I got to the live stream today. In fact, I was trying to get a bit more technical with my setup. And but of course, whenever you're trying to make things more complicated, more complications arise. So that's kind of what I was doing. I was trying to fiddle around. I was downloading OBS and trying to get a different, get a USB microphone plugged in. I was trying to use my my GoPro as a webcam, but it turns out RIP for the Hero 8 completely, because it will not connect to the audio, to the GoPro webcam app anymore. And it tells me that I must, it doesn't even tell me that, but I assume that I have to update the firmware on the camera. And I go to update the firmware, and I'm informed by the GoPro Quick app that I must insert an SD card before the firmware update will run. And for those who are aware of the past and what's happening with my GoPro Hero 8, the SD card slot is not working. So goodbye to that camera, unfortunately. Bad Riders says, so good night. Ski Man Ski Lifts. There's only one person watching again, so I assume he just dropped in to say hello and then dropped out. So Adam, you're in the. He says he's in the garage fiddling with his bike, fixing the injectors and painting the swing arm. Adam says he's had issues with the Hero 11 connecting. Yeah, I don't know if I can manually update it. The quick app said as soon as I connected to it, it said you cannot proceed with the update. It had a cross next to the SD card slot. It had a whole checklist of things that I needed to do. So I don't know how I would do it manually. Okay. I might have a look into that if I can update via USB. I'm not sure. But no, if there's back to the earbuds thing, it's a nice and easy way to tell, because if I go far away from the camera and you can still hear me like nice and clearly, let me know if right now my voice is coming through loud and clear. And if it is, then that means that definitely the audio is coming through the earbuds and not through the camera. If you can't hear me at all, then it's the camera microphone. The voice is coming through, but you have trailed off. What do you mean, trailed off? Did my voice trail off? Or my visual? Well, I know my visual disappeared. So yeah, we'll see how we go here. If we go for a little bit longer and it's just me in here, then it's probably going to be a pretty short live stream. But usually I say that and a bunch of people join, so we'll see what happens. Ah, interesting. Did it go like I've got no idea what that spatial sound setting is. So like, was I super quiet when I was away from the phone? Like really, really quiet? As if it was just the phone picking me up? Maybe it's using the microphone from my phone and the earbuds. Not super quiet, I just quiet. Okay. Maybe that's just because of the Bluetooth connection. I'm not sure. No, there was a couple things that I did want to talk about. The first being that winter is on its way, and over here in Australia, and that we've got actually in the thumbnail of this live stream, you can see some snow, and Adam would know already that was from the Easter long weekend. That's where I was up. Adam says, I'll explain the spatial sound next weekend. It can get long-winded. Fair enough. I think maybe it's referring to the wide openness of the space that you're in. Whereas where I am now, I'm kind of like in the corner of the room. So the sound is bouncing off the wall back at me. And when I went back there was the openness of the room in front of me. And maybe that's what he means. But yeah, Chuck was hiking. And actually the hike up to the top of Mount Kosciuszko. Okay, no, it's a virtual space emulator, he says. So I was completely wrong about that. But I think I understand what you mean by that. No. and plotting winter escapades. So actually, that was what I was doing last weekend. I spent a fair bit of time just staring at my calendar and looking out across the winter and looking at when I might be able to do some trips. And as it turns out, I'm planning a few. So a lot of like little quick weekend bashes, like 2 or 3 days away and then back home. And one more extended one in August, which hopefully that will all work out. But Carlo's stoked on his theme song. Sweet. I need to catch up on some of Carlo's videos. In fact, it's on my to-do list this afternoon. After this stream, I'm going to, I've got some YouTube videos I want to watch, some L Stacker ones. He's been dropping some videos from the last, from his trip to Australia, which I saw the one that premiered today, him at meeting Luke Hayes, Old Annaminaby. Actually, no. What was the one I watched? It was the Big Merino one, where there was the big things. Yeah. But yeah, I've got some winter plans. I don't know if I haven't 100% decided, but I'm pretty sure if there's snow, I'm going to be going down to for opening weekend. But where I go, I'm not and how long I'm going to stay for, I'm not 100% sure yet. So I feel like I'm going to go to Mount Selwyn for their opening day, whenever that may be. And so if the temperatures get low, then I feel like I can get there. I feel like they'll be one of the first to open. But because they've got a ripping new snowmaking system, which is cool. A history class with Chuck. I could, I don't know how good at history I am, if I'm being honest. But no, I'll have to check out some of Carlo's videos. So I assume that he's been using that tune. And actually, I still haven't listened to all of those things in the car. All of the new tunes you've sent. Oh, Carlo is here. Mr. Bad Riders was just talking about you, my man, and about the intro track that he sent you. Apparently, you've been using it. I need to catch up and watch some of your videos. I saw there were some videos that you posted from your Sun Valley trip, and that you've been doing a few late season videos from Bogus Basin. So I'm looking forward to watching those. And Bad Rider says, man, I have a feeling opening weekend's going to be a bit of a blowout this season. A blowout as in a good way, like we're going to have a blower snow, or a blowout as in it's going to suck. Which do you mean? And yes, you are correct. I believe that when I came back from the States, like my beard was like very, very long and very thick and very bushy. And the only reason that it was that way was because I didn't bring a set of clippers with me, and I didn't want to buy a set of clippers in the States. So I just let it grow for the whole time that I was there. And I think I was growing it for a couple of months prior to leaving and going to the United States. So, but yeah, this is just, I think, 2 or 3 weeks of, maybe 2 weeks, I think, of, I usually just like put a number 2 or 3 clipper on it and just, and yeah, I've clipped it once since I returned, and that was pretty much when I got back. So probably is closer to 3 weeks. I don't know. Blowout. He says a blowout as in hiking boots, no snow. Well, we'll see. I know the advantage of Mount Selwyn, and the reason why I want to go there for opening weekend is because they can legit open on like an inch of snow, because it's all just grass. There's no rocks. It was quite interesting actually. When over Easter I went and hiked up at Perisher, and I did a hike up to the top of the quad chair on Front Valley, and it was quite interesting. Some of the to see it in the summertime, or to see it like without snow on it, was very interesting, because some of the trails that I knew very well, it was quite interesting to see how much snow they actually need before they can open lifts there, and it's quite a lot, like meters. So Ventura Carlo says Bad Riders killed it with the music. I really need to listen to that. If it Carlo says if it doesn't rain tomorrow, he's going to hit Bogus. Sweet. So is it still open? Well, actually, I think I read a post from them, because I got the season pass this last season. They are sending. I'm on their emailing list. I think they're opening on weekends still until the pond skim, which should be, I think, is like next week or something. On Discord, Bad Riders is going to send it. All right. Speaking of that, Discord's updating. Classic scenario. I can always pull it up on YouTube, but then I'm streaming on YouTube and then watching things on YouTube. So the topics of the day, that's the first one, is winter. I've got some dates planned where I'm going to do some trips, and opening weekend should be somewhere around the 8th or 9th or something of June. I think. Bad Riders is hitting up the DWCP about this stream and spreading the news. I wonder where L Stacker is. Maybe he's, I would assume that he's finished work by now. Okay. Lots of things going on over there on Discord. Stacking hot tub sessions. He probably is. Yeah. Well, now that he's living back at his mum's place, I'm gonna guess that that El Stacker is spending a lot more time at the gym, for sure, and that's not a bad place to be. Although the things that he's doing at the gym is, well, as far as I'm aware, is not working out. He's hitting the hot tub, he's hitting the steam, he's hitting the sauna. Bad Riders. Wow, El Stacker moved. Yeah, it was going to work out better for him for a number of different reasons. To the apartment, he was there with Robbie and Robbie's lady and their 2 kids, and you know, it was a pretty small apartment, so I think he wanted to give them some space. He wanted a bit more of his own space, and there's also probably more cost effective for him to be living at his mum's house. Thanks, Carlo. Carlo just shared the stream. Appreciate that. It's always fun. I don't mind hanging out if there's only 1 or 2 people in here. It makes no difference to me. I'm gonna stay here for what's now my local time, a little bit before 3 p.m. I'm gonna stay for, well, at least we've been done bang on 20 minutes now. So I'm going to stay for at least half an hour at the very least. And then we'll make a call from there. So we've got the Carlos theme. It's one of my favorite things is Carlo's name is Carlo, not Carlos, but a number of people seem to call him Carlos. And I don't know why, but it makes me laugh. So we've got the Carlos theme, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this. What if I crank the volume on my computer here? Let's see if we can play this and you guys can hear it. Oh, yeah. It just punches. It's got an energy to it. What is that? It's some kind of synth. And the drums are quite understated. I enjoy that. It's got like just a continuing beat. It's only a minute. Oh, the breakdown. I feel like that segment would be a good way to end a video, Carlo. Can you guys hear that? Yo, the Wanderer's in here. Where you going? We're just kicking back here and listening to the Carlos theme. And there it is. Wow. That's really cool, actually. No, you did a great job on that, Bad Riders. I love that. And thanks for joining us, the Wanderer. He says he or she, but I assume he says, yo, I've seen you before. Have I met you in person, the Wanderer? I hope so. And if not, I hope to. Yeah, you guys can hear it. Great. The Wanderer did wander in. Bad Rider says, yeah, it's a saw wave synth. Heavy attack, sharp decay, super heavy on the bass. Yeah, I feel like if I was to be playing that in the car and not through my computer speakers, that it would be just destroying my speakers. Just the diaphragms would just be rattling. I can hear it even through the computer monitor. But that thing slaps, man. It's really good. I'm so stoked. So super stoked. I should probably just be playing Bad Riders music all the time in the stream. I know we did a stream where we did that. It may shoot the voice coil out of the doors. Yeah, it's a good chance. The Wanderer comes in with a lol, hitting us on the lol. So yeah, what have we talked? We talked about winter plans. What was the next thing? I actually can't even see. Where's the thumbnail at? I'm sure. Wonder if can I look that up? I'll go here. It's very small. Oh, podcast topics. So that's a good one. Now we've got more than one person in here. YouTube says 4. No, it just went back down to 3. But we've got 4 likes, so I'm happy with that ratio. So now probably I don't know if this is probably, yeah, it is. This is probably the biggest announcement of the live stream, is that we're going to have live in the studio next week. The man that's in the live chat himself, Bad Riders, is going to be hopefully sitting next to me while we do a stream next week, because he hasn't booked as far as I know, he hasn't booked his flight yet, and he needs to get on to doing that straight away, because I want to. I never messaged you back, actually. I did see the message, so, and I'm stoked that you're committing to coming over here. It's really good, because I was like, maybe I haven't called any of the go-kart places yet either, so I probably should do that to make sure that they're not fully booked out. and see when we can do that. Like I envisage that I pick you up from the airport and we like go straight to Go Karts Go, because that's the outdoor one, and that's the one that's sort of, it's not really on the way, but it's the closest to being on the way from the airport before coming back to my house, and then we can just chill at my house for a while. And why is Bad Riders coming to visit the Chuck van? One, because we're pals. Two, we're planning on recording a podcast for the DWCP channel, and I would love to hear from you guys in the chat here. What would you like us to talk about? What should I ask the Bad Riders? What topics need to come up as part of that podcast? Whatever you guys put in. In fact, I'm going to open my notes app up here. I'm going to add a new page. I'm going to throw this one up here, and we'll leave that one up there. Okay. Podcast notes. So this is the kind of thing actually why I want to get OBS going, so that I can actually manipulate what you guys are seeing on the screen, and it's not just me. And I can actually throw some pages in here. But yeah, if you guys have got anything that you've always wanted to ask Bad Riders, or wanted to hear Bad Riders and I talk about, now would be the time to put that up. And I'll make any notes that you guys think that we need to. And I just see that we have, and while I write this down, Mr. Bad Riders. And I just saw Shadow in the chat. He's dropped a yo. Yo, Shadow. It's good to hear. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting the last turns in at Bogus Basin. And Bad Rider says, what are the hot topics in the snowboard community? And GoPro, where the hell is the Max 2? That's a good question, I think. What Max 2? What are you talking about? I know you're talking about the Insta 360, are you? Oh, actually, no. The Max 2? The GoPro Max 2. Ah. Well, you would be the one you're the one that knows the most out of everyone that I know about GoPros and action cameras. So actually, that could be a one. So I'm going to add that to the list. What's the latest in action cameras? GoPro Max 2 ? I think that's a good thing to talk about. So Shadow makes a comment, uploading new videos. So are you saying that that's what you are doing, Shadow? You're uploading new videos? Or are you asking if I'm uploading new videos? Because that is a topic that is on my list, and that is also on the thumbnail of topics to talk about. So, but the first one that I wanted to discuss is any topics that we want to discuss. Because Bad Riders and I are going to be filming a podcast round about maybe even this time next week-ish. And we're not sure what to talk about. I'm sure we'll find topics, but wanted to throw it out to some of you in the community and see what you guys want to hear us talk about. And we can add that to the list. So Shadow says yes. So I assume that he is uploading videos, which is awesome. Can't wait. Can't wait to see them. Well, in the absence of any more podcast ideas, looks like Adam and I are going to spend 30 minutes talking about action cameras. But I feel like we could easily fill 30 minutes of talk about action cameras for sure. And we'll probably talk snowboarding for a bit too. Snowboarding, YouTubing, future plans, all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah. Next thing on the list to talk about was the big premiere. So actually, that's a good one right now, because I have a video. I have a number of videos uploaded actually. So I don't know. I can throw my YouTube studio screen up here, and you guys probably can't even see that. But if I'm looking over here, there is a video over there, and it's a chairlift chats with Chuck. And I've recorded a bunch of chairlift chats with Chuck, so I can see ones that haven't made it to YouTube, or that are on YouTube but are not public yet. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chairlift chats with Chuck that are not yet public on YouTube. And I got a special request on one of them from the person who I filmed it with, who wanted to see it. And because of that, I'm going to schedule that to go live on YouTube just after this live stream right here. In fact, I think, seeing as how we're going to have a lot of action in the chat, what are you guys up to? Hit me on any questions. But the chat's pretty quiet right now, so I'm just going to throw my screen over here. I'm going to go to this chairlift chat and set it right up. Chairlift chats with Chuck. This one with Snowboard Pro Camp. That's right. Chairlift chats with Chuck featuring Snowboard Pro Camp. El Stacker Adventures sneaks in on the side as well, but the main person in the chat, Snowboard Pro Camp. Kevin Pierce, the man himself. Shadow says that he's tired from snowboarding today. I'm jealous. I wish that was a problem that I could have, being tired from snowboarding. Who's hyped to see a chairlift chat from Kevin Pierce from Snowboard Pro Camp? I know I am. Actually, it's been a while since I've edited this video. It goes for 10 minutes and 25 seconds. Gonna schedule it. Oh, it's now 3:07. So I'm gonna schedule it for, let's see, I'm gonna schedule it for 4 p.m. perhaps. Maybe, actually, yeah, I'll schedule it for 3:30. 3:30, because this stream's not going to 2 mile a minute. It's probably a little bit too late in the United States, and it's also a Saturday night, so I'm not expecting to have a bunch of people that are down for talking on a live stream. They're probably all out on the booze. set as premiere. I always like to go into the premieres and set them up as like not the premiere classic. We all know that sound, that music, but I never can think of which one I want to use. What's the alternative one? Oh yeah. It's got a nice kind of pastel color thing going on with it. The ambient one. Ooh, I haven't used that one for a long time. Ooh, I like that one. That's the one I'm going to use. Yeah. Apparently there's still 4 people. 4 people in the chat. Love to hear it. Love to read your comments. It's very ambient. All right, no, that's the one. All right, we're scheduling this thing. Make the premiere. Probably not going to be too many people on the premiere, but it's there. It's going to go live. People can watch it whenever they like after the fact. It's Bad Rider's still here. How's he going? He's working on his motorcycle today. After this live stream, I've got a couple of things to do, and one of them is slightly pulling apart my motorcycle and putting the battery charger on the battery. See if I can save it. It's been sitting around for a long time though. What else was on our list? Just chat, Q&A. Well, ladies and gentlemen, been here approximately 37 minutes. It's been nice to chat with Bad Riders. Adventurer Carlo stopped in. Clayton Dawson stopped in. Ski Man dropped a yo. The Wanderer has been wandering in shadow. It's casting a shadow. But I feel our time on the live stream today has now come to an end. I have just posted the chairlift chats with Chuck, or just should I say scheduled, the chairlift chats with Chuck with Snowboard Pro Camp. It's going to drop in approximately half an hour. Thank you very much for joining me. And we'll be live again, well, at least next weekend. Be excellent to each other. Enjoy what's left of your weekend. Take care. Peace.